Nature is full of mysteries, but maybe some mysteries are meant to be unsolved. Talking about Caddo Lake, I got to watch this on my plane back home, but you can see this on Hulu or HBO Max. If you don't know what this film is about, this town lives around this lake known as Caddo Lake. They're going through a severe drought and things are starting to become a little peculiar around this lake. Chris, who is a little bit fragile after his mother passed, and he's convinced that maybe she passed not because of her epilepsy, but because of something more. They also have this other story involving a teenager named Ellie who doesn't quite get along with her mother and is staying at a friend's house. She has this 8-year-old sister named Anna who ends up disappearing around the lake. And that's when the mysteries of the lake start to unveil. And that's where I leave you. Now, I wouldn't really classify this as a true horror. It definitely is heavy thriller leaning and slight mystery. M. Night Shyamalan is a producer on this film, and it definitely has a little bit of his vibe, but Dylan O'Brien plays Paris, and his performance, you genuinely feel sorry for him. He just wants to know what happened to his mom, so he is gonna do whatever it takes to get the answers he's looking for. And you're slightly worried about him because he goes into the lake and he experiences something that is very similar to his mom, and we don't know if that is due to something he inherited from his mom or something to do with the lake. Once we get into the real juicy parts of this story, it gets a little confusing. So you really have to pay attention or you're going to end up at the end completely confused. Once you learn the secret about the lake, it definitely makes your brain do the Charlie map of like lining things up and trying to make sense of it all, but it actually makes sense, and then you're just like, what the fuck? I sat there for a minute after it ended trying to like piece all of the pieces together. Very interesting story. It wasn't what I expected. I definitely thought it was going to be a creature feature, and that is not what this is. So don't go in thinking you're going to watch a creature feature and then end up getting this film, which is good. I enjoyed it, but it's not a creature feature. Definitely a different vibe. One character in particular that I'm not going to talk about exactly what it was because that'll spoil it, but you kind of think that they're an awful human, and then once you realize all of the pieces to the puzzle, you genuinely feel sorry for them because their life thinking this one thing and you know the truth and you're just like, it wasn't that. So if you want to know the mystery of Caddo Lake, check out Caddo Lake on Hulu now.